Good day. Hey, Gabriel here with the Icon Capture GPS Intelligence Brief for May 5th, 2026. All right, procurement portfolio managers, we need to talk. Because this is one of those boards where if you only look at the opportunity count, you are going to misread the market. Here's what I want to do with you today. I want to walk through the new opportunity flow, the legislative and executive movement, the regulatory and court signals, and then bottom line what this means if you're actually managing a portfolio right now and trying to decide where to lean in, where to stay patient, and where you may be kidding yourself. Quick note before we get in, the GPS demand signal review is still open. 8 seats. The terrain that triggered this session has not shifted. Federal demand signal, 2,000 new opportunities in the pipeline. If you've been watching these briefs and thinking about it, today's board makes the case. Code GPS 300 holds a seat and the 30-day preview. Links in the description. So let's get right to the facts. Over the last 168 hours, GPS surfaced 2,000 new opportunities posted on SAM.gov. 304 legislative signals, 0 federal hiring signals across 0 agencies, 23 C-SPAN captures. And all of that is happening while market BCL is %, with 0 agencies stalled under the continuing resolution. The landscape over the past 168 hours has shown us a robust opportunity flow with 2,000 listings hitting the board. When procurement portfolio managers see such a heavy volume, it often prompts an analysis of not just the quantity, but the quality and accessibility of these opportunities. Our top opportunities, such as the Rio Puerto Nuevo flood control project and operations and maintenance of TAGOS, TAGM, are catching eyes, but the absence of financial details adds a layer of complexity to immediate decision-making. The capture terminal is invaluable here, allowing us to sift through the noise and focus on where the potential value lies in these listings. Interestingly, the business clearance level, BCL, sits at 0%, which can be both a signal and a caution. A 0% BCL suggests either a lack of clarity in current budget allocations or a systemic lag in procurement processes. For those managing this book, the challenge lies in interpreting whether this is a fleeting stall or an indicator of underlying market hesitancies. Accessible opportunities may be plenty, but without a clear path to execution, raw volume alone cannot dictate strategy. The absence of any movement on the legislative, executive, DFARS, and court opinions front suggests a steady terrain with no immediate regulatory surprises that might derail current pursuits. In this context, the capture ticker becomes a strategic ally, helping to identify which sectors maintain buoyancy amidst a static backdrop. Managers who read this tape know that in a steady legislative environment, the focus shifts squarely to operational efficiencies and strategic bid positioning. The secondary signals are equally telling. With 0 terrain holes, the playing field appears level with no glaring gaps in opportunity dissemination across sectors. However, the lack of hiring and lobbying activity indicates a market equilibrium that might be masking potential mispricing opportunities. If there are no significant moves from agencies or lobbying groups, one could infer a temporary stasis where strategic investments could yield higher than average returns once the market recalibrates. For procurement portfolio managers, this stasis presents a unique opportunity to explore sectors that might be undervalued due to current market perceptions. The absence of court opinions further reinforces a status quo environment, but this shouldn't deter strategic thinking. Without legal disruptions, those who position their portfolios with foresight can capitalize on the eventual market shifts that follow such periods of calm. The lack of hiring across agencies could signify budgetary constraints or a wait-and-see approach in anticipation of future policy changes. This is a critical watch point. Managers should keep a keen eye on any upcoming announcements or shifts in agency budgets that could signal new hiring waves. When these signals turn, they often herald new project ramp-ups and contract awards. Understanding these signals within the broader market context is essential. The current environment suggests a cautious approach but also highlights the need for readiness. Those who can anticipate and prepare for shifts in this calm terrain will be poised to capitalize on the next wave of opportunity flows. The procurement landscape is currently stable, characterized by a high volume of opportunities with minimal disruptions or stalled processes. As portfolio managers, we should be asking ourselves, are we effectively prioritizing opportunities with the highest potential for return? How are we mitigating risks associated with any potential terrain shifts? Are we leveraging the data to anticipate and navigate macro terrain movements effectively? Our conviction remains firm. Disciplined portfolio management, with a keen eye on pipeline volume and strategic execution, ensures sustained success in this dynamic market. One more time on this because the brief we just walked through is exactly the argument for it, the capture terminal. Same intelligence we just read, filtered to your book, running overnight. The GPS demand signal review is still open. 8 seats. The terrain that opened this session is still holding. Code GPS 300 at communities.theicon.ai/capture the-govcon-elite. Window closes May 8th at midnight. 4.5 million records. 4 verticals ready, provenance traced from bill to award. Like and subscribe if you're managing a federal grant, research, GovCon, or commercial portfolio. I drop a new GPS brief every weekday. All links, terminal preview, Shipley sessions, live cohort calendar, and the full brief are at communities.theicon.ai/capture/the-govcon-elite. Register free, and it's all there. This is Gabriel. I'll see you tomorrow. I see you might be away. Please say